This is the Ranger Report Podcast. News, insights, predictions, interviews, and information about the Texas Rangers from the major leagues to the minor leagues. And now, here's your host, Ben Dieter.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Ranger Report Podcast, our first ever minor league edition. I had a chance to go to RoughRiders Media Day today, and so I'm going to have clips of that from my trip today, so hopefully you guys enjoy this podcast. Be sure to follow us on YouTube and subscribe, and be sure to listen to the show each week. We'll have 2 shows a week, a minor league one and a major league one, so hopefully you will enjoy that. And hopefully you enjoyed this episode of the Ranger Report Podcast, brought to you by Waltons. Waltons, everything but the meat, and a part of the Fans First Sports Network and Dallas Sports Nation.
The league, buddies of mine that have been through the league, coaches, colleagues that have been here, the players that were on the roster last year and in years past. So, you know, I've done, I guess, my due diligence there. But this will be, for the most part, everyone's on staff first year in the Texas League, with the exception of our trainer, Yuichi, and our strength coach, Jonathan. It'll be our first kind of go at it in the league.
Okay. How do you feel about Jack going into year 2? He was here last year, he's repeating here. How do you feel about where he's at as far as his development?
I feel really good about it because I think he knows what to expect going into it, and I think in your first year at anything, there's adjustments and things you learn, and we're all super pumped for him, excited for him, and you know, we say this, there's no one more pumped or excited for Jack than he is. So I'm excited to see him take the ball Thursday and see what we do behind him.
You got to bring a couple of players with you from Hickory onto this team. For people who are going to get to see them for the first time out here in Frisco, you know, who should they be looking for? Should they be excited to watch?
I think a lot of the guys that were in Hickory last year that are on this roster this year to start were actually part of the championship run. Most of the guys, actually, I think most of them except one. So more than any one individual, I know, you know, the people at Frisco got a chance to see them. I think collectively, there's a lot to look forward to as far as our style of play and our brand of baseball and what we plan to showcase, if you will, like each and every night.
You've got two top prospects that are also infielders that kind of play around the infield in Sajasi and Acuna. Is there like do you see them playing in a certain spot most of the time, or are you going to move them around?
They'll be moving around. I think defensive versatility for us it's important for the organization. So they'll get plenty of work in different spots where they play. You know, once game time comes, you know, we'll see how that kind of works out, but they'll be getting plenty of work in at all 3 spots. And just so you know, it's Acuna, okay. Acuna with the little line above the end.
I'm a hick, man. I'm going to say it wrong many times.
Coach Goebel's coming up here with you also. A lot of the players at Hickory talked very highly about Coach as their pitching coach. So that gives you a little bit of familiarity as well.
It does. I'm super excited to be able to be with Goebs another year. I've learned a lot from him, along with our pitchers and the staff last year, and I think it'll be a good challenge for both of us, a good challenge for him, and it provides some continuity for the players. I think guys really trust him, and he pours into them each and every day. So hopefully the things he started and put in place and continue to carry out from an organizational standpoint, there should be some continuity there that you know should bode well for the players, which is the most important part.
Has there been any word from upstairs on Harris? I know he's in spring training. He played some first base again. Mm-hmm. He's mainly been an outfielder, but is he going to play some first base again, or is he going to mainly stay out in the outfield?
That's the plan. He's again, to hit on defensive versatility again. That's the plan. You know, and as many guys as can move around in the dirt or can, you know, be on the dirt and then be in the grass. That's the plan. For us, it's not just about putting them there, but it's continuing to develop and you know, see how good they can be at different spots.
you guys feel any extra pressure on you or the organization, seeing that they won the championship last year? This is the second year you're a new manager coming to a team that won it all last year. Do you think about that at all, or is that last year and you guys are just focused on this year?
I don't really think about that.
Okay, yeah.
I think the players do, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because they know what it takes.
Yeah.
And something we've talked about is that, they know the blueprint. They have the blueprint, but that's the thing about a blueprint. It's just the blueprint, and you got to build it every year. So they know what it takes. They're excited about it. Now we just got to, build it, chisel away, or whatever you say that, each and every day.
Is there any update on Aaron Zavala, his progress and his injury?
He is progressing, continuing his rehab process in Arizona, and hopefully we'll see him out here before summer hits.
Good. Thank you, sir.
Is that all right?
Pitching coach from Hickory up here to help you out.
It is.
You think?
It is. It's a blessing for sure. Knows me well, and hopefully he can continue to help me in my career.
You come up here late last year, helped them win a championship. Now you're back here. How does it feel to start the year this way?
It's awesome. I mean, it's just an opportunity to prove that we deserve to be here, and hopefully just continue to grind and stay healthy and pitch.
You guys have so many good prospects on this team, yourself included. How's it feel to know that the bullpen and the guys pitching around you are all top-tier guys?
Yeah, it's awesome to be with these guys because they're going to push each other, and hopefully we bring back another championship to the RoughRiders. So we're going to hold each other to a high standard and make it work this year.
Have they given you any indication what kind of a pitch count you might be on the first time out?
It'll probably be right around the 4-inning mark, right around 50 pitches probably, but not for sure.
What's kind of the team mindset, coming off of a championship win? And obviously development is so important, but, and Coach was talking about how you guys would be thinking about another championship potentially. What's your mindset about that?
I mean, right now we're just thinking game by game, and we're going to go out and pitch as good as we can and play the game that we love. So I don't think really nobody's thinking that far ahead. Obviously, that's where we want to be, but it's game by game right now.
Obviously, it's a team game, but what are your goals for this season, you think?
Just go out and compete, stay healthy for me is the big thing. Try to make every start and make it count.
What's the one thing you worked on over the winter and in camp, like the one pitch or the one?
I did a lot of mechanical stuff this offseason, shorten up the arm, trying to keep it in a more healthier position. I've had some nerve stuff going on bother me, but as of lately, I've been that's what kind of held me down in the spring. But I'm feeling really good right now and trying to maintain that healthy feeling.
Where's your velo sitting?
Right now I'm about 46, so right around normal.
Anything else?
Thanks, Owen.
It's definitely great. This is what I've been looking forward to for the past couple of years now, and what I was looking forward to last year, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But it is what it is, and I'm here now. So really excited to be here. I look forward to it.
Are you going to be starting or doing the piggyback thing? I mean, I know you're starting, but I've kind of done the piggyback with the guys at AA. Are you going to know if you're going to pitch in this opening series at all?
Yeah, I think I'm starting for sure, but I don't think I'm pitching in the opening series. I am built up for 5 innings or so piggyback's definitely in the question for sure. I think probably next start would be around 75 pitches or so. But yeah, definitely built up for it as a starter. Yeah.
What did you work on in the spring, and what do you feel like you've improved on from last year to this year?
Sure. In the spring, definitely worked on, trying to identify more of who I am as a pitcher. I think the biggest thing was that really made me pivot that thought process was hearing about Jacob deGrom and his process and bullpens and stuff. And he really isolates, the things he's really good at. So I think I kind of put that into my game as well. And so find the things I'm really good at and really work on those.
Speaking of deGrom, how excited were you when you heard of all the signings by the Rangers? Uvalde, deGrom, Haney.
Yeah, for sure. Really exciting for the Rangers as an organization, for sure. I think they definitely set the standard for what they want starters to be and become. And so I think it's really good for us as an organization to have those standards and people to look up to, for sure.
so many well thought of prospects, especially pitching prospects. Is it good to have like an internal competition, even just in the room?
Yeah, definitely. And you talk about internal competition, but it's not really. There's no bad blood in it. So we're all rooting for each other, and it makes it fun as well.
Tell them more about personal goals for you this season. What you'd like to see yourself improve.
Well, yeah, for sure. Definitely getting. Probably we'll see as many innings, try and get the most innings out of me as possible, similar to my last year in college, maybe even more. So I think, for me, the sky's the limit with how many innings I'll go this year. So that's really my goal, is to see how many I can throw and feel good in the process.
What do you make of UCLA going to the Big Ten?
Have fun with that travel. Good luck on your homework.
Anything else, guys?
I think that's it.
All right, you're starting it out in Double-A. This is where you ended last year. You won a championship here with the guys. How ready are you to get going?
I think everybody comes out of spring ready to go. Ready to get going with a team. Winning the records matter now, so we're ready to go.
And last year, you guys won it all. You were here for that run. Great playoffs, great win. Is that in the back of y'all's mind this year, that you won last year and you need to win again this year? Or you just sort of putting that out of your mind and playing this season?
I don't think it's necessarily something that we want to, press or anything, but I think we've got a really great team, and obviously if we do it again, that's the goal. Everybody wants to win, so that's kind of the mindset of coming in and wanting to do it again.
You can speak on maybe staying in big league camp a little longer than some others this spring. Just that how that was for you.
Yeah, I was super pumped about that, getting an extra week of at bats and being around everybody. So it was really cool just getting to pick the brains and watch the older guys do the routines. It was really valuable.
Whose brain did you pick the most?
Probably Nate Lowe or Brad Miller, just because I was around them the most. And obviously being left-handed too, you're going to talk to them a little bit more. So it was really good.
Just don't grow a terrible mustache.
No.
You proved, though, that in Arizona that you're ready to hit big league pitching. So has that put any extra pressure on you coming out here in the Texas League?
I think that I definitely feel confident going up to the plate. And it's one of those things that you don't feel too far behind the big leaguers, but obviously they've just proven that they can be consistent day in and day out. So I've just got to prove to myself and everybody else that I can do the same thing. So we'll just, I'm confident coming into the year, and we'll just see what happens.
You guys set any goals for yourselves, like home runs, RBIs, batting average, or do you just sort of let it play out?
Yeah, I think that some people do, and they like that. I don't really like setting goals, just because I feel like it puts pressure on me to try and perform a certain way. I'm more of somebody who just wants to, I know the way I want to play and what my style of play is, and I just, let that kind of leak over into what's going to happen.
If you get ahead of someone that does, are you going to rub it in their face?
No, I'm not going to do that, no.
You get to practice against some of the top pitching prospects in the Rangers, so you get to see their stuff as well.
Yeah, not only getting to see their stuff, but get to talk with them about their mindsets. Obviously, their stuff's just as good as the way they, think about the game, so it's been really good.
You played for Coach Cardoza before, I believe, and what is it like having him back up at this level with you?
Yeah, it's really cool. Obviously he knows me really well, and I know his style, and he knows my style. So it's kind of there's no learning curve there. So it's really exciting.
So you're a newlywed. So your wife's coming in, I'm assuming, going to be here. Are y'all doing one of those where you're sharing with another couple?
We're actually living with Tom, JC. So we're in the apartments here, but she's here with me, and we've also got our dog. So it's gonna be a good year.
I'm not going to ask you to get into specifics, but just the overall vibe of the news of the new CBA for minor leaguers, having representation and a pay bump.
Yeah, I think that everybody's really excited about that for sure. It's definitely not a negative thing.
More money never hurts?
No, never hurts.
Is that it, guys?
Where do you think this year, have you set any goals as far as what level you want to get to, or it's just a day-by-day process?
Yeah, I think that obviously the goal is to be in the big leagues, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm going to be there tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to come out and be where my feet are, and give it 100% every night, and whatever happens from there happens.
All right.
Thanks, Evan.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks.
So you got that bat in your hand. You're ready to go hit now.
Yeah, actually, just got out of the cage.
How was the cage?
It's good. Just got the routine in. About to come out here and take some BP.
So you're not ready to play, are you?
So, I'm itching to get out there. I'm excited to get on the field, touch the dirt, and get running.
Yeah.
So you are playing more first base now after playing some outfield last year. Just tell us about that.
Yeah, they put me at first a few times during spring training. I still think I'm going to be primarily in the outfield, but I'm not sure. I'm excited to see how they split that up. But I think my versatility can show up if I play first, left, right, wherever.
Coach talked about how you guys might put a little pressure on yourself to repeat this year. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, I think it's definitely like our expectation. We have a good group of guys, bunch of guys returning, and then some new guys who are looking to step up and help out the lineup.
So why are you at big league camp this year? Whose brain did you pick the most as far as big leaguers go?
Yeah, no, picking brain, I think I did more so just kind of watching how they went about their day. Really impressive to see like Simeon's work ethic and just how like his craft, how much he puts into his routine. And then spent some time talking to Brad Miller quite a bit and just hanging out with them and just seeing what they do. It's pretty cool.
What do personal goals look like for you this season?
I haven't really written anything down, but I know what I'm capable of. I'm just going to come out here and play, put together good at-bats, work out in the outfield, try to get better there, and just keep grinding and just do what I can and see where it ends up.
So last year they won a championship here. I know you were hurt and you didn't get to play in the playoff run with them, but Ben asked this interesting question. Do you guys have that in the back of your head that you want to repeat, or is that's something that has to stay to the side? You just got to go out and do your work and get what's going on?
Oh, no, for sure. I think even like riding over here around some of the guys, we're expected to kind of – I think we can repeat what we did last year and just have one good week at a time and just build off of them, and just I think we got the group that can do it.
How cool is that? I mean, if you look at the top 30 prospects that the Texas Rangers have, literally in the top 10, most of them are here, including yourself. Yeah. I mean, this is one talented group of players in Double A.
No, for sure. There's no lack of talent, that's for sure. If it's in the batter's box or on the mound, we got quite the roster, and it should be an exciting year.
Very new coaching staff this year. Can you just talk what the experience has been like so far? They've giving any input or nuggets so far that you've kind of taken with you before you get started this season?
Mm-hmm. No, I've worked with a lot of these guys before, the staff. Carlos was my manager and down east, and he managed a lot of these guys who are here now, and I'm excited to work with him again, and I like his manager mind, and I'm excited for it.
Jordan Walker obviously played here last year. Now he's got that big call-up. Do you ever dream and what goes through your mind about getting that call-up?
No, yeah, that's been a dream of mine since I started playing, like 4 or 5 years old. But no, it's something I don't like to think about too much because I want to stay where my feet are at. But no, I'm excited for when that day comes.
Thanks for listening to the Ranger Report podcast. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, and at therangerreport.com.